The chess piece, Kingambit, the evolution of Bisharp, has been a welcome addition to the Generation 9 metagame, being regarded as one of if not the best revenge killer currently in the metagame. With the monstrous attack power of 135 and pretty solid good defenses, this makes for a terrifying Pokemon to face up against. While it did get more powerful, the hair throne it sits on has made this thing slower by 20 base points, and with the mediocre defensive typing of Dark and Steel, most would think it would have not improved at all, and in fact Bisharp could be better. But that is further from the truth, and here's why. Already a Dark and Steel typing has allowed for more offensive dominance against the top meta Pokemon such as Dragapult, Chimpao, Skeledirge, Espatra, and more. This Pokemon can also hit other Pokemon like Great Tusk and Corviknight for neutral damage, which already covering this many Pokemon for super effective or neutral damage has already been very huge for it. But even still, you would think that Pokemon like Tinglu with monstrous defenses could just easily wall it by switching in, right? Well, not really. Kingambit has the ability Supreme Overlord, which besides its corny name, powers up its moves by 10% for each fainted ally. If all 5 allies are fallen, its moves are boosted by 50%, which in turn has made it for an excellent revenge killer and super deadly late game. And it's like Photosynthesis or Quark Drive boost, where it is a permanent boost and cannot be hazed off, unlike a Swords Dance boost. Sucker Punch has been a costly move for opponents, as if the opponent has no choice to attack, a Sucker Punch will most likely 10 out of 10 times KO them depending on the circumstances. Its good defenses as well can allow for this Pokemon to take a hit or two, perhaps comfortably firing off then an Iron Head or its signature move of Kowtow Cleave to hit back at the opponent if they're not careful. And this is allowed for more mind games with their opponents. If Kingambit is your last Pokemon, most of the time they want to switch it out perhaps or status you to keep those Sucker Punches or other moves kept at a minimal distance as possible. For example, if a Gholdengo switches out to avoid that Sucker Punch and you can sense that, you could actually click a Swords Dance, which will further increase that huge attack stat by 2 stages, not to mention its already 5 fallen allies. If Kingambit has a +2 attack in addition to its 50% boost to all its moves, at that point it could kill practically the entire team with a Sucker Punch. Just an easy Sucker Punch could KO any Pokemon, if not mostly kill it. With such tricky tactics like this can make it more punishing for your opponent to play mind games with this chess piece. But what if Pokemon like Great Tusk, who takes neutral damage, could come in and click an EQ? Well, thankfully, terrestrialization in this generation has also been a huge help, allowing it to change its typing to Ghost, Flying, or Fairy type to help mitigate those weaknesses as best as possible. Ghost being immune to that E-Speed Dragonite, or its terrifying 4x weakness, as well as Flying being immune to ground and taking resistance from fighting moves, and Fairy overall is a good defensive typing, can make any of these options excellent depending on the moveset and composition of your team. Because of its amazing defenses already, it could comfortably 2-hit KO those Great Tusks who opt to Headlong Rush or EQ depending if your Kingambit is boosted and by how much its attack power is boosted by. Kingambit works well with hazard or bulky offensive teams, as hazards from Glimmora or Tinglu or any other Pokemon really can help chip away at opponents really well, allowing for then Kingambit to come in late game and absolutely revenge kill the rest of the opponent's team. It also benefits from early sweeper Pokemon like Dragonite or Iron Valiant to help deal a ton of damage to the opponent, and then Kingambit can come in and absolutely just clean up shop. Even a Chimpao doesn't stand a god chance against this terrifying chess piece in revenge killing because of its ability to terrestrialize and neutralize its Sacred Sword, or even if Chimpao opts to go for its Crunch for example, a 50% boosted Sucker Punch is most likely 10 out of 10 times, 11 out of 10 times perhaps, is taking out the Snow Leopard in a heartbeat. Its good defensive stats, excellent offenses despite its poor defensive typing, has made this chess piece so dominant in the metagame and probably one of the best Pokemon in Generation 9. If this Pokemon was any faster, who knows how much more dominant it could have been. Speaking of dominant, be sure to check out how Basque Legion Female may have a chance in the metagame, and be sure to subscribe for more competitive Pokemon content just like this.